And speaking of the fans, let me get to a few fan questions before I let you go. And these were the most popular ones that I received when I announced you as my guest.
Okay.
First one being, do you think Hope identifies more with Klaus or with Haley?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I think it's changed throughout the years. Initially, I felt like she identified more with Haley because, her mom was obviously a lot more in her life and involved in her life. But as the show has gone on and is continuing to progress, I'm seeing more Klaus in her, which I love. But I'd say from like season 2 to season 3, it's been a pretty even mix.
Okay. All right. I almost feel like you teased a little something there, but we'll leave it as is.
I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny.
I love it. The second most popular question. Lots about the musical episode. What was filming that like? Do you love to sing? Can we get more singing from you in the future? All of those singing related questions I saw blowing up my DMs.
Oh, that's so sweet. No, that episode was so much fun to film. I had so much more fun with that episode than I thought I was gonna have. Um, that was the episode though that we shut down. So we filmed most of
Oh,
the episode, yeah, back in March of last year. And all of the Salvatore musical performances we never got to film. We recorded all the songs and everything, but we never got to film it until October of this past year. So it was kind of like lingering over my head for a long time, and I have a little bit of stage fright, so it's a little nerve-wracking for me. But yeah, no, I really, really loved filming it at the end of it. I felt like, okay, I've accomplished it. I did it. I sang in front of the world. I don't know if I would do it again for the character. I feel like it would really have to make sense for me to do it. I would never want to force anything that didn't make sense.
for sure. But props to you for doing it. I don't know if I could get up and sing. Like, that's just not my thing. So I can only imagine. That takes courage.
Thank you. No, I know I was a sweaty mess the whole time, and there's a moment where Landon and Hope like hug at the very end, and I like had to preface to Aria. I was like, Aria, I'm so sorry, but I'm so nervous. I'm sweating right now. And so every time he would pick me up and I just like had my arms around him, it was like I was a sweaty mess. It was kind of a disaster, but it looked great. It looked seamless. So
There you go. Yeah, I'd be a puddle on the floor, so whatever. You rocked it, and good for you.
thank you.
Two more fan questions. One is, are there any storylines you wish you could have gone even further with?
Oh, interesting. Yes, I really wish I got to explore Hope and the Necromancer a little bit more, weirdly. I always kind of had this idea that I would love the Necromancer to be like specifically out to torture Hope, and just because, she's lost so many people. So the Necromancer is kind of like her worst nightmare. And we did one episode together in season 1, and Ben, who plays the Necromancer, he's such a talented actor. Um, but I never really got to go farther with it, which I wish I did. But yeah.
Interesting. Good answer. Yeah, I like that question. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
And then the last fan question, what is something you've always felt passionate about?
Oh,
I love that.
I love that too. And it's so hard to answer because I feel like I'm passionate about so many different things.
Right.
Um, you know, I feel like that's a difficult question for me to answer because I'm doing my passion. Like the thing that I'm most passionate about is being an actress and being in film and TV. But I don't know, spreading positivity, I'd say. Like on a more real level, I'm really, really passionate about the fact that there's just so much negativity in the world all the time. And kindness goes a long way, especially right now, and just spreading love and positivity is huge for me recently. So
Well, I love that you brought that up because something I so admire about you is you do use your platforms for the good and you speak on things that matter. And I know body positivity is something that's important to you and you have a big youthful audience. And I think that's such an important message to put out there. So why is that something you chose to speak about? And then what do you want your fans to know who are watching?
yeah, I know it's a great question. I body positivity is something to me that, you know, I've been affected by. You know, I've faced a lot of negativity in the past from it. So getting to be someone to say, like, you can be successful and not look like, you know, what society tells you you need to look like, and you can love yourself, like you have permission to love yourself as you are, is something that I want to spread to my audience. I know I have a lot of you know, young audience, so any kind of message that I can spread that I'm like, hey, I'm just like you, means something to me. But, you know, I'd say in the last year, the conversations have shifted. And, you know, as much work that I can do to be a voice in all of this, you know, I just, you know, I'm learning every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all are. But again, I love that you put that out there. I think it's so important. I know in your Instagram bio it says spread kindness, I believe.
Spread love, I think.
Or
Yeah.
spread love, spread
Spread
love.
love. Love.
And I've had advocate for love in my Instagram bio for years and years and years.